Fishin' Canada Show, brought to you in part by Sail, the Canadian Outdoors Superstore. Coleman, the outdoor company. Cooper Tires, life's a road trip. Come on, let's go. And Princecraft Boats, dominate the waters.
Throughout all of our lives, there have been many special defining moments that help shape who we are today. Unfortunately, most of us don't realize at the time just how profound that effect may be. In fact, in some cases, we don't even know that we're actually having a moment.
We've always been of the belief that by sharing our love and passion for the outdoors, and in particular fishing, it will somehow make a difference in people's lives.
Well, today's show has defining moments written all over it. It's called Fishin' Boot Camp, and it has all the earmarks of a life-altering experience for 40 grown men.
It all started one evening a couple of years ago on a wilderness fishing trip in northern Canada. The participants were Roy Arms and Scott Jameson of Cooper Tires, and Ange and I.
And that's a great northern.
After an incredible day of pike fishing, we started reminiscing about previous fishing trips and how fortunate we were to have been blessed with so many incredible opportunities and experiences, which all lead us to the same conclusion. We need to find a way of sharing these with other folks who might otherwise never get a chance to sample Mother Nature's defining moments.
Now, you might be saying to yourself that we've probably been sampling a few too many camp pops, making a comment like that. After all, we've been sharing these experiences with you, the television audience, for over 30 years. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about touchy-feely, in-your-face, mano-a-mano fishing experience camp style. And that was it. Why not put on a fishing boot camp? And that night, the seed was planted.
And here we are, 2 years later, our first official fishing boot camp. For this pilot project, Cooper Tires was put in charge of selecting the campers, and, with no surprise, they all came from the tire industry with ties to an Ontario-based distributor called Tire Discounter Group, based in Orangeville. We took on the task of assembling the faculty, writing the curriculum, and selecting the venue. That was a no-brainer. Our choice, Chaudière Lodge on the legendary French River.
For the faculty, aside from Pete and I, we're bringing in a rod expert, longtime angling specialist Scott DeLong from Carrot Sticks Rod Company, a local fishing expert who knows these waters like the back of his hand, owner of Chaudière Lodge, Steve Nedzwicki, and as a surprise bonus for the campers, we've also invited our old fishing buddy and rock star of the fishing world, none other than Roland Martin himself.
So what are our chances of getting one?
110, brother!
110%. We have got the deal.
This has all the makings of a life-altering experience for a lot of folks. Yours truly included. I'm getting ready here to receive hopefully about 40 anxious campers, but the weather, as you can see, is stalling things. I know they're at the marina. We sent a boat out to pick them up, but this rain might be slowing things down.
Finally, the campers arrive, and the looks in their faces says it all. There's a certain electricity in the air. We all feel it. Something very special is brewing. It's the magic that happens when you assemble a bunch of like-minded people in a wilderness environment for the purpose of fishing.
Fantastic trip.
This is a wonderful opportunity for us as Tire Discounter Group and our dealers and Cooper Tire to kind of come together in this beautiful setting and really enjoy each other's company and have a lot of fun. I don't think life gets much better than this.
And now we're waiting for our last team members to come here. And then following that, at the very end, we're going to give Roy Arms and the Cooper people a military welcome.
Which, by the way, we just learned includes auto racing superstar Johnny Unser of the legendary Unser Racing family. Wow, this thing is growing by the minute.
Our team at Cooper is just doing a fantastic job. We're growing in the U.S. at the same time we're growing in Canada. Although in Canada, we're growing much faster, one of the fastest growing areas that we've got in our company globally.
But I'm ready. Are you ready to go out there and get set, sail?
Boot camp is the same everywhere. Basic training. And here, with about 40 anglers of varying degrees of expertise, we figured we'd start with the basics, loading a tackle box. Assuming everyone has rods, reels, and lines, the first thing to go into a tackle box is terminal tackle. These are things used to keep your bait on the end of your line. Terminal tackle can be bought in bulk or in packages with lots of assorted pieces. You'll need snaps and swivels, hooks, split rings, sinkers, and weights. Next in the box are a pair of long-nosed pliers with a wire cutter at the base, a hook extractor, a fishing multi-tool, a fillet knife, and of course, being the optimists that we are, a scale. This will get any novice angler more than started. We'll fill that tackle box with more goodies in Session 2 of next week's installment of Boot Camp. In the meantime, visit the experts at Sail, the Canadian Outdoor Superstore, to see all the tackle box basics you'll ever need.
I can't believe this is finally happening. Everyone's here and accounted for. Everyone, that is, except Roland Martin. I'm starting to get a little worried. And then, just as I was about to give up on him, there he stood, the fishing legend himself. Let the party begin. All rise. The Honorable Roland Martin is now in camp.
Welcome to the Fishing Boot Camp. Welcome, everybody. You're in the room with more fishing knowledge than anywhere else in Canada right now. So let Fishing Boot Camp begin and have a great time and enjoy the meal.
Not just anyone can get into Chaudière Lodge, but they keep trying. Inside, we're taking fishing workshops to the next level and beyond.
I know it's early in the morning at 6 o'clock, but that's why it's called a boot camp, not a vacation.
Let's get some business out of the way first. You all received a life jacket. Every moment that you are on the water, you must have those jackets on. Not all campers are at the same level in terms of fishing expertise, so specific workshops are required in order for them to get the full benefit of this experience. You know, for example, if you're going out there fishing for walleye and you've established that 10% of the body of water that's going to have walleye, you found the location. Now, once again, based on the knowledge factor, you have got to figure out how to get them in the boat. When we say we follow a formula, we follow a formula. And the formula is KLP, and we use it religiously. And we want you to start understanding this formula, and hopefully it will change the way you see fishing today.
It sounds crazy. It sounds like, Mortal Kombat in the boat, but it is so effective.
It's a blast.
And when they hit it, like he said, it's just absolutely nuts. If the participants could come out of this camp learning just one new thing about fishing, then our job will be done here. Boom, boom. And then the attitude is right back at, you saying something to me?
No.
We're making it happen, slowly but surely. It's a process, but we're having some fun with it.
We've asked the guys what they wanted to do. So we have a local guide here that's really good on walleye. With Billy, they're probably going to catch 10 minimum fish per guy in that boat. So I'm predicting if there's 8 guys, they're going to get 80 to 100 walleye.
Well, we're trying to put people together in boats that have some common interest in terms of species or the type of fishing. Now, this particular boat, these 3 guys have been talking to me about going muskie fishing since they hit camp. So I sent them out to my primary spot. It is a little bit far away for the small boat to get to, but it will change their lives, I'll guarantee you. So I'm going to use something called a bob 4 knot. There's my leader. Yep. Double it up, about 10, 12 inches.
And what pound is that on the end?
This is 8. So if you get a big fish on, it's a bit of a challenge. Roland's taking it kind of easy this morning, but he's already hinted to something special for him and I later today, and suggested that I bring along a few bucks. Do I sense a bet brewing?
I'll give you a little bit of information about the French River, what these guys are in store for. Where I'm sitting right now, I mean, this is all over the place. There's all these islands that are all dotted throughout the river from Steve's Chaudière Lodge all the way out to Lake Nipissing. And each and every one of them could have fish on them. Once you get to know the places like this, like for instance out this side, you can catch smallmouth bass in close to the point or in close to the shoal. You catch walleye out over the drop, and you can catch muskie in between in one spot. Back in behind this island, there's back bays in there that are full of largemouth bass, and these bays go on for on and on and on. So there's so much water here to fish, it could be confusing to you. But the good thing about a fishery like the French is there's a lot of fish of all species in here, so you're going to get something no matter what. When you come up here, you're going to catch fish.
Although I get a real thrill out of teaching people how to fish, watching them catch fish is still one of the most enjoyable things that I do as an experienced angler. So after a quick knot tying clinic, I took Scott Jameson and Johnny Unser out on the water to see what they'd learned.
So basically we're going to fish where these 2 points come in. There's a little bit of a bowl, which we're going to go over that, and then it's all sand in that area, and it faces that way. That's the way. Perfect, Scott. You're working that thing perfectly. Oh, you got him!
It's interesting to note how people process information and then execute what they've learned. It's obvious, at least at this point, Scott is a better bass fishing student than Johnny. But that's okay. At these camps, everybody learns at a different pace. It's what you take home with you that really counts. And right now, my friends, what really counts is not being late for a legendary Chaudière shore lunch. My favorite part of the day.
Walleye shore lunch.
I think you need a couple of chocolate balls.
To get to our Fishing Canada Cooper Tire boot camp at Chaudière Lodge, we first took Highway 400 north from Toronto. We then took Highway 69 north to Highway 64. We headed east on 64 to Dokis Reserve Road and then proceeded towards Dokis Marine for about a half hour. If you don't have your own boat, call the lodge from the payphone on the dock to be picked up by the lodge staff. From there, it's a short boat ride to this outstanding destination. When sharing a boat with the one and only Roland Martin, magic is destined to be. It doesn't matter if he's fishing, sitting, talking, heck, even sleeping. That said, the moment Roland grabs a rod, it's like a champion gladiator wielding a mighty sword. A spectacle is about to happen. As we cruise one of the many bassy-looking back bays, Roland finally jumps to action and hops to the bow of the boat.
He says you can get 10 out of 10.
This guy sees fish like no other. Time to have a bit of fun.
Mr. Martin is about to put on a clinic.
Okay, 0 for 1, I'm counting now, Roland.
Thanks, bud. What do you figure he's going to go out of 10? Let's bet it. Come on, buddy. The pressure's on you now. Did it too. 3 for 5. Now we're talking. Oh boy. Oh, ooh, that's the one Roland wanted. Uh-oh. Anyways, what is he now?
4 for 6.
4 for 6. And I'm saying he could go 6 for 10. Roy's got 7 for 10. Oh, I saw that! Mark her down, brother. Mark her down. 4 for 8. He's got 2 to go. Oh, I know what he's doing. I know exactly what he's doing. He's not setting the hook anymore. He's just dragging into him. 5 for 9. I got great confidence. I could have said 50-50. So that's 6 for 10. It was a valiant effort. I must say, you did a great job. I just won myself 5 of something, either pesos or Canadian dollars. I'm not sure yet.
I'll get in the cut out of this, right?
Yeah, you're getting half. Are you kidding me? I told you. I whispered that in your ear. I know you wouldn't have missed those first 3 fish.
Good job today, Roland.
Well, you had to figure it out.
Go up. I'm depressed now, man.
The only thing that can cap off an on-the-water Roland Martin spectacle is to wrap up the day with great music and beverage. Hey, we didn't say the boot camp wouldn't be fun.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. My woman just left and took all the reasons I've been working for. Don't you try and stop me, 'cause I'm walking out the door. You can take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more.
Next week on the Fishing Canada Show, we're going to dive deeper into the boot camp curriculum through workshops and on-boat instruction. We'll see if our 40 recruits have what it takes to raise their fishing skills to the next level. Awesome, buddy. Fish!
Yeah!
Nice. Beauty.
Right offshore.
Awesome pass, man!
It doesn't get any better than this, boys. No. It just doesn't get any better than this.
Today's hotspot is where Mr. Bass, Roland Martin, put on his mini clinic for all to see. The waypoint on your screen will take you right there. Now, although this spot is not a complete secret, we'll bet these largemouth have never been sifted through like they were today, especially not by the Dalai Lama of fishing, His Holiness Mr. Martin. The area is a weed bed between 2 islands. Topwaters, spinnerbaits, squarebill crankbaits, as well as worm and crayfish imitating plastics will all work here. This is what we call a quick hit spot, meaning fish fast, and if you don't have any action within 15 minutes, move on. For more hotspots like this one, check out fishingcanada.com. On today's KLP, we'll highlight K for knowledge. This boot camp is designed to instill valuable knowledge and know-how in the eager-to-learn anglers that are attending. The KLP formula was created to break down the world of angling into segments in order to better understand things like barometric pressure and its effects on fish, lure choices in a variety of conditions, and how to use a bait casting reel with confidence, and so on. Pete and I are amazed not only at the enthusiasm of the anglers in general, but as well as their ability to absorb and then execute this newfound knowledge on the water. That's why fishing is such a great sport.
The Fishin' Canada Show, brought to you in part by Ram Trucks. Nothing works harder than a Ram. Stearns, trusted on the water since 1952. Mercury Outboards, #1 on the water. And Outdoor Canada, Canada's only national fishing and hunting magazine.